Hello everyone and welcome back to another tutorial. My name is Divine and in today's video I'll be showing us how to go about the pattern drafting and cutting of this beautiful mesh dress that you can see here. This dress is a corset dress and the hip of this dress is also padded. So if this is something you're interested in, please don't forget to like, share, and let's get started with the tutorial for today. So first things first, I'm going to be drafting out my pattern for this dress. So starting from the top of my pattern paper, I'm going to come down to mark my chest line measurement of 8 inches, my apex of 10.5 inches, my length under bust of 14 inches, and my half length of 18 inches. I'll mark the same point on the other side, then draw out a straight line. So the measurement I used is displayed on the screen. After that, from my half length, I'm going to come down to mark my hip line of 9 inches. From the half length, come down to mark hip line of 9 inches, and this varies depending on the hip and the height of the person you are working with. So my chest line, my apex, my length under bust, half length, and hip line. Next, I'm going to mark out the gown full length, the length of the short gown that will be inside our gathers, and I'll be using 36 inches. So there's a short gown inside our long dress because this dress is going to be padded on the hip. After which, I'll mark my nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2. I'll mark that from my shoulder line all the way to the gown full length of 36, the short gown length of 36. Then for my length under bust now, I'm going to be marking out 1.25 for my dart intake. So on both sides of this nipple to nipple line, mark 1.25 on both sides. Then connect with a straight line. So this is from my length to under bust, as you can see. After which, I'll be connecting those 2 points now to touch the nipple point on the apex line. So we're forming the cup of our bustier. What I'll do next, from this apex line here, I'll go up with ½ inch. Then come over to the shoulder point here and mark 1 inch on both sides so we can draw out our shoulder dart of 2 inches. I'll connect that 1 inch to the ½ inch above the apex line. So this is our shoulder dart of 2 inches. What I'll do next is to mark out our shoulder measurements divided by 2. I'll mark that on my shoulder line and also mark the same point on my chest line. Then I'll be connecting the 2 points together using a straight line. So this is what we're having. Now on this armhole line here, I'll come down with 1 inch for our shoulder slope. Then measure what I have left on that line and get the midpoint. Then from that midpoint, I'll be going inwards with ½ inch. After which, I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4. I'll mark that on my chest line. Bust measurement divided by 4. Then I'll measure what I'm having on this dart here and replace it. Because we're going to be cutting it off, we need to replace it. I'll replace it. Then connect these 3 points together to form the curve of the front armhole. So because this is a corset dress, we need to snatch in the waistline. So what I'll do is to minus 1 inch from my round body measurement. So the round body I'm working with is 32 inches minus 1, that's 31. So 31 divided by 4, I'll mark that on my half length. I'll measure what I have for my dart, which is 2.5. I'll replace it. Then I'll come to my hip. I'll mark my hip divided by 4. I'll mark it, then measure what I have for my dart and replace it. So now we are going to be padding the hip of this dress. So to pad the hip, I'm going to be adding ½ inch extra to this hip measurement so that we can increase our hip with 2 inches. So what I'll do next is to measure all I have on this line here and take it to my gown length. After I take it to my gown length, you can decide to leave it like so, or you can go inwards with 1 inch to give it like a pencil fit, or you can just take it straight down. Then I'll go ahead and connect all these points together. So make sure you blend the hip part very well so you don't have sharp points. Our hip is not sharp, so make sure you blend properly. Next, I'm going to be marking out our bust dart. And on the apex line here, I'm going to go in with 0.25. From this nipple point here, go in with 0.25. Then come to the side of the apex line here and mark 1 inch on both sides. Then I'll connect that 1 inch to that 0.25. So this is our bust dart of 2 inches. Then because we are going to be cutting off our shoulder dart, it is going to shorten our shoulder measurement. So we need to create a new armhole that we are going to be working with. So I've closed up my dart like we've cut it out. You can see our shoulder here now is 5.5 instead of 7.5. So what I'll do is to mark my neck width of 3 inches. From that neck width of 3 inches, I'll connect it to our 1 inch shoulder slope and extend my hands out so that we can get the curve of the new armhole. Then on the middle line of this shoulder dart, I'm going to mark different points, 2, 4, 6. I'll mark the same points on this straight line here. Then I'll measure what I'm having on this first point, I'll take note of it, and replace it following the curve of the old armhole, so we can get a new armhole curve. I'll measure what I'm having here, I'll come to the curve and replace it. I'll measure what I'm having here, I'll come to the curve of the old armhole and replace. And for this bust one, we've already replaced it. So I'll go ahead and connect all the dotted marks we've made so we can get our new armhole. So even if all the dots does not meet, it's just like a guide. So that is it. Now because this is a sleeveless dress, I'm going to go up with 1/2 inch on this armpit area. I'll go up with 1/2 inch so that we can have more coverage since there's no sleeve on this dress. Then for our sweetheart neckline, on the center front here, I'll come down with 7.5 inches. While on the side here, I'll come down with 6 inches so we can have a sweetheart shaped neckline. So go ahead and draw out your curve. You can use your pattern curve or you can use your free hand to draw out the neckline you want. So this is a sweetheart neckline and it's not too deep. Next, I want to tighten the bust area of this pattern so that our dress relaxes on the bust. So I'll be marking 1/2 inch after this dart leg here and 1/2 inch out of the dart leg. Mark 1/2 inch on both sides of the dart leg and connect it to the nipple point like you see me doing using this part of my pattern curve. So mark 1/2 inch on both sides of this dart leg. So we're going to be cutting this off. We don't need it anymore. We'll be cutting off that dart. Next, on the half length on the side here, I'm going to come down with 1.5 inches. Then from the hip line, come down with 7 inches. We want to draw out the shape of our hip padding. I'll close up my darts like I've cut it off. Just close up your darts. Then mark your nipple to nipple measurement, which is 4 inches. As a guide, just draw a short line. Then connect the hip padding from the top to touch that nipple to nipple line. And also blend it to the bottom like so. So this is how we get the front hip pad. So now for the back draft, the first thing I'll do is to mark out our chest line measurement of 8 inches and the back half length of 16 inches. I'll draw out a straight line. Then using the front pattern, I'll measure what I'm having from my half length to my hip line, which is 9, and from my half length to my gown full length, which is 18. So mark it according to what is in the front. That's what you mark at the back. So you can see our back length is shorter with 2 inches. So this is my chest line, this is my half length, my hip line, and full length. Next, I'll mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. I'll mark the same thing on my chest line, then connect the 2 points with a straight line. After which, I'll measure and get the middle of this line, then come to my chest line and mark my bust measurement divided by 4. And whatever I have, I'm going to go up there with 1/2 inch, just like we did for the front, because this is a sleeveless dress. Then I'll connect from that 1/2 inch to touch the midpoint of that armhole line. Next, I'm going to mark out our round body measurement -1, which is 31, divided by 4, just like we did for the front. Then on the hip line, I'll mark our hip measurement divided by 4, plus 0.5 for the hip padding. If you're not padding your hip, you don't need to add 0.5. Just mark your normal hip divided by 4. Then I'll measure all I have on my hip line and mark the same thing on my hem line, on the gown full length, and go in with 1 inch just like we did for the front. Then connect all the points together. Make sure you blend every sharp point. We don't have any sharp point on our body, so make sure you blend properly. So because we don't want this dress to be too tight after snatching, we want it to still be comfortable. That was why I removed only 1 inch from our round body measurement. So 32 inches minus 1, that is 31. So I used 31 for our round body. Next, on this chest line, I'm going to go in to mark ½ inch for the opening at the back of the corset, and we don't want any opening to be there. So I'm going to blend the ½ inch back to the half length line. So we'll just be cutting off just this small part. We don't want any opening. So the remaining center back is going to be the way it is. Then I'll connect from this ½ inch here to the chest line to form the neckline for the back. You can see. What I'll do next is to mark ½ inch on both sides of this half length line and connect it to the side. This is another tightening I like to remove from my center back. So we're going to be cutting this off. I'll show us how to eliminate this on our dress. Next, from the half length now, I'll come down with 1.5 inches on the side. Then from the hip line, I'll come down with 7 inches, just like we did for the front. Then from the center back also, I'll go in with 1.5 inches. Then draw out the curve for my back hip padding. So go ahead and draw out the curve for the back hip padding, and this is what we are having. So blend any sharp points you are having. We don't need it. So this back draft is a dartless back draft. We don't have any dart at the back of our dress, and our eyelet is going to be sitting here all the way to the gown full length. So what I'll do next is to place another sheet of paper underneath my pattern so I can trace out the hip padding shape for the front and the back. So go ahead and trace it out, and this is it. I'll use my pencil now to follow the dotted lines. Then I'll label this the front, the up, and I'll be adding ½ inch to this side. So depending on how you do your hip padding, if you gum it, you don't need to add ½ inch, but I'll be sewing mine, so I'll just add ½ inch for the sewing allowance. Go ahead and trace out the back padding too, and add ½ inch to the side. So this is it for our hip padding. I'll be leaving a link to a detailed hip padding class in my description, so do well to watch that if you want a more detailed video on how to go about padding your dress. So go ahead and cut out the front pattern now. This is it, the center front. I'll cut off these darts. We don't need it anymore. Then I'll be closing up my bust darts. This is how you close up your bust dart. I'll use my paper tape to tape it down. Then I'm going to be blending this side so that it blends well. I'll connect it back to the half length, then continue cutting. And please note that there is no seam allowance on this pattern, no seam allowance anywhere on this pattern. We'll be adding our seam allowance on our fabric. I'll just cut out this small excess I'm having here, and this is what I'm having for the front piece. Now for the back piece, I'll go ahead and cut, blend every sharp point, then the neckline of the back, then this small excess here, I'll cut it off. Then I'll be closing up my dart on the waistline this way. I'll tape it down, so you don't need to separate the up from the lower part, just cut it out this way. And this is what I'm having. So for the fabrics or materials I'll be using, I have my mesh fabric, and you can see it stretches both ways and it's very transparent. I have 7 yards of this mesh fabric. Next, I have my lycra fabric. My lycra fabric is also stretches both ways, and I have 5 yards of this lycra fabric. Next, I have my doll face satin fabric, which I'll be using for the lining, and I have 1.5 yards of this. I have my stay. I'll be using about 5 yards of stay. I have my boning, my wadding, and my pattern. So these are the materials I'll be using, and also my foam for the hip padding. And guys, you need your pins, the pins with the big heads. That's what you need. Those smaller pins will not fly for this. So those big headed pins, you need a lot of it. So what I'll do first is to iron my hairstay on my lycra. I'll be cutting out 1 yard from my 5 yards of lycra. So iron hairstay on 1 yard of lycra, and on the satin fabric, iron your hairstay on the shining side. Iron your hairstay on, not on the whole, on 1 yard of the 1.5 exactly. So I've done that here. You can see the lycra is no longer stretching out because we've ironed our hairstay, and this is also the satin. We ironed the hairstay on the shining part, and the satin is our lining for this dress. And I have my pattern here. So what I'll do is to fold my fabric into two now, place my pattern, and add all the necessary seam allowance. So this is my satin fabric. I folded it into two. This side is on fold. I've added 1/2 inch seam allowance all around. Then for the side piece, I added seam allowance of 1/2 inch all around. So make sure you need to pin your fabric, then your pattern to your fabric, then add 1/2 inch all around for the center, for the back piece. And I folded my fabric into two. So you can see I only put stay on the length of the short gown so that we don't waste a stay or the fabric. So this is what I'm having. So go ahead and cut. Then I'll be cutting the back piece too. So I'm having 2 pieces of each of this since I folded my fabric into two. And this is what I'm having. What I'll do next is to fold my lycra fabric into two. You can see our lycra is no longer stretching out, and I cut out 1 yard from the 5 yards of lycra. So fold your lycra fabric into two, place your pattern on it, and cut out exactly the same thing we are having. So guys, we've come to the end of this tutorial for today. In my next video, I'll be showing us how to go about the remaining cutting and the sewing of this beautiful dress. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.